Hi y'all, Tracy Trazavon,
Oh,
your
you're
girl
recording?
here.
Why wasn't I notified?
You saw the screen come on.
Chris, the short-haired guy here. Hi, how are y'all?
It is time again for a No Tag Tuesday. Thank you, Edie, for putting the questions together for us this week. This week it is all about the 80s.
As you can see, she's old school.
See? And it actually says playlist at the bottom, but I can't get tall enough for you to see that, so.
Because she's not tall. She's standing on a stool right now.
Yes, I am.
A tall stool.
Who was your favorite 80s band?
Oh, you're looking at me first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, you know, that is actually a tough question for me, but I'm going to go with Depeche Mode, R.I.P. Alan Fletcher, if y'all didn't hear the bad news.
I'm gonna go with Def Leppard because, yeah. Like, there were some others that were in there, some Bon Jovi and Quiet Riot. I ranged the gamut with my...
You mean run the gamut?
Yeah, with my genres of music.
She does.
Love all of them.
And her vocabulary also ranges the gamut.
And some days not so well.
Okay.
What was your favorite 80s song?
It's hard to pick an overall. You go first, honey.
I'm going to go with the first thing that popped into my head, which is We're Not Gonna Take It. That's all I got.
Okay. I'll actually go with West End Girls, even though I said Depeche Mode earlier, just single song, West End Girls.
Okay. Did you do any of the trends from the 80s? Neon colored clothes, big hair? Yes. I had some neon colored clothes.
She has photographic evidence.
Although not super big hair, but yeah, there was some big hair going on. It was definitely fluffy. Here, we'll do it this way.
Yep. Your whole photo album is falling apart. Maybe we should put that away.
Yeah. I thought I had my senior class picture in there, but alas, I do not.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so yes, I did participate in putting a hole in the ozone with some Aquanet. And I did wear neon colored clothes, not a ton, but yes, I did. I even had one of those long sweatshirts with the numbers on it, like Wham had in the video years ago. Yeah, I did. What about you, love?
I briefly had some parachute pants. I've had some neon colored clothes at some point. I had a whole bunch of OP stuff at one point, if y'all remember that.
I do.
Yep.
How old were you in the 80s? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. It depends on what part of the 80s you were talking about. If you're talking about, 1980, I was 9. 1981, I was 10.
Well, you graduated from high school in 1989. That's a big one.
So.
And we'll just say this. She's a little older than me, so only part of my high school experience was in the 90s. Was in the 80s. Part of it was in the 90s. So there you go.
What was your favorite sitcom from the 80s, if you have one?
I don't have one. TV, not my thing. To this day.
It was not his thing. I'm going to go with something I've said before, which is Facts of Life. I loved Facts of Life. I did.
Yeah.
And Different Strokes, and anyway. Who was your crush in the 80s? There were so many.
I don't know if I really ever had one. Anyways, go on.
Scott Baio. Soap opera actors. I mean, Dukes of Hazzard. It was boy crazy. I was boy crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite movie from the 80s?
Strangely enough, I'm going to have to go with that one that has a sequel in theaters right now, which I haven't seen.
That was a very good movie, and y'all, for real, I'm drawing a blank on movies from the 80s.
Dirty Dancing? That was every girl's favorite movie in the 80s.
It wasn't my favorite. I'll explain that to you later. It
Okay.
had to do with Larry, and it was not.
Okay.
So no, that was not my favorite movie. You know what?
The questions are down there if you wonder why she keeps looking that way.
I'm gonna go with Sweet 16.
Okay.
Or any Breakfast Club. Let's go with
Yeah,
Breakfast Club.
that's a pretty good 80s one.
Did you ever make mixed tapes?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Recorded off the radio.
Yes. Did you ever own a Swatch watch? No,
Really?
I did not.
I probably had about 10 of them at different times.
I did, however, for those of you who know me and have known
Don't have
me for
any
a
of them
hot
still.
minute, I was into cows. This is what I spent my money on.
It's not really focusing on it.
It's not really.
Yeah, well, it's okay.
But
I think they get the idea.
it's a cow watch. I loved it. It was from Standard 80's store, Afterthoughts. Yeah. I still have the receipt in here because it was under warranty. What kind of car did you or your family own in the 80s? Oh, there were way too many to remember.
Yeah, that's sort of a bad question because I think pretty much all of us family had multiple cars. You go first, just...
A Monte Carlo. My mom had a Monte Carlo. Don't remember what year it was, but I loved that car. That's the one that really sticks out in my head because I don't remember. I think the Vega was like early in the 80s, but I honestly can't recall. That was my second favorite car because it was green.
Oh.
Do you remember any?
Yeah, unfortunately I remember all of them, which is sort of funny. Okay, let's see. My dad had a Volkswagen Rabbit, which was the least reliable car he or I think anyone in our family has ever owned. It was absolutely horrendous. One of my childhood memories actually is him trying to flag down other motorists to try and push it out of a major intersection in Dallas because it died in the middle of the intersection in the rain. See, we had a Chevy Caprice, which my mom didn't like. We had a Honda Accord. Oh, the Chevy Caprice, my mom replaced it with a butter yellow Nissan Stanza hatchback. And I think after that it was pretty much a succession of Toyota Camrys.
Y'all, for real, my dad would buy cars, fix them up, and then my mother would come home having driven to the grocery store or whatever, and my dad would say, "Oh, there's a guy coming to pick up this car." So, like, we never knew. But the Monte Carlo stuck with us the most, which I think is why it sticks out in my head. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, that's all 10 questions. Y'all, I don't remember who has the questions next week. I made the list.
That's why you don't remember.
Probably. Anyway, I hope y'all have a great day.
Yep.
And I may flash back to the 80s today. I may watch something 80s on TV.
You should.
Anyway, have a great day, y'all.
Bye.
Be blessed. We need to be over. I don't want my computer screen in there. That's what I'm saying.